Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Generation Y. You're live to Just Adam at 6 p.m. today. It's Friday and it's a beautiful day outside. Right, so today we're going to discuss something a bit more meaty. The last few weeks we've kind of discussed a few subjects that we've talked about, and things like self-worth, handling different problems and so on and so forth. These things are kind of, we've just touched on a few things. What we want to talk about now is the real meaty subject. Now I'm going to encompass this in one subject and they're going to spin off into 10 things. So I'm going to talk about something called the keys to happiness, because many a times we find many people are sad. Sometimes they don't know what to do. They don't know why things are happening to them. And they constantly question themselves. Oh, why me? Oh, why is this happening? Or, oh, you know what? I wish I had this. I wish I had that. And constantly I see, why aren't people happy? And as Muslims, we're supposed to be happy, right? Yeah, we're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to be joyful. We're supposed to give everyone a smile. Just that smile alone is just charity, right? Just charity, and you're smiling at someone. You smile at someone, someone smiles back at you. Obviously don't smile at the wrong people because you're just going to get a different reaction. But that said, smiling is infectious, laughter is infectious. Now, what are these keys to happiness? Now, I usually have someone here who I'm usually bouncing off and I'm usually talking to, but it's just going to be me. So I want you to call in and tell me, what do you think makes us happy? Yeah? What do you think makes us happy? I need to know what you think. And the number's going to come up on the screen. Just give me a call. I'm on my own today, so I need as much help from you guys as possible. So that would be great if you can give me a call. The number's coming up soon. What makes you happy? I'll tell you what makes me happy. Knowing that I can be thankful for things that come my way. Because there are certain times in life where, you tend to look at things and you say to yourself, I need a bit more, I wish I had that. We end up getting something we want. I want a bit more, I want something different. And all of a sudden, you get into this unthankful mode all of a sudden. And I found that being thankful for something or things really kind of makes me happy, because I'm content. And I'm saying to myself, you know what? Things that have come my way, I may not have had before, and I've got it now. I didn't expect it, but you know what? At least I've got it. Because when it's gone, I know I'm going to probably miss it. Yeah? So I'm just going to touch up on a few things that I think happiness is about. Yeah? So one thing I found is being patient. Now, those of you who are going to call in and who might turn around and ask or say what you think happiness is, just say to me, patience is something, that, talk to me about how it applies to your life. So patience, being patient is a very hard thing to do. It's an extremely hard thing to do, because when you're patient, you're going to go through certain issues that you're going to face, and you're going to go through certain emotions, which is why we touched upon emotions, how to handle emotions, because there are various types of emotions. Now, what leads up to being patient? Someone might, keep you in suspense about something. You might be going through a trial of your own. You might be going through certain problems of your own, and you start to get angry, you start to get very frustrated, you tend to think, oh, why is this me for? And, you start to flip out at everyone. Part of patience is knowing that it's not in your hands and you have no control over it. yeah? And you leave it to Allah. It's Him who decides everything, and you suddenly think to yourself, okay, I now know that there's no reason for me to be frustrated. I now know there's no reason for me to be unhappy because something hasn't come my way. You know that thing when you pray and you ask for something and it doesn't come, and it doesn't come when you ask, I really, really need this. I really need to pass this exam, or I really, really want something, yeah. And it doesn't come to you at that time, and you start to question yourself: why wasn't my dua answered? Why wasn't my prayer answered? And you start to question, yeah. You might be going through a certain trial, and then you start to question, why isn't my prayer answered? Why isn't my dua answered? I do my dua constantly. You may be praying tahajjud. But you know what? Sometimes it may not be good for you at that time. You may not know now. Later on you might. It will come to you. Now I understand why this has happened. Now I understand why my dua wasn't answered then and why it got answered now. There might be some learnings you might have to go through. In life we learn. From the day we're born till the day we die, we learn, right? I'm sure you all agree with me on that. But when we learn, we start to develop certain things inside us, yeah? This thing called the frontal lobe in front of our head, this imaginary thing that we have, this enables us to imagine and develop a vision, yeah? We envisage what we want. As soon as we do that, and we pray and we ask for what we want, it's like an envelope being sent, recorded delivery, but it's not up to you when you warrant a reply back. The thing that created you, yeah, surely they will know when it's good for you to get what you've asked for, right? Surely that's what would happen. Like a child will start, or your younger brother or your child starts screaming, oh, I want that chocolate, I want that chocolate. No, I'm going to give it to you after your meal, not now. No, but I want it now, I want a chocolate. I really want this chocolate. I will give it to you after your meal. I don't like saying no to the kids, so I'll just kind of explain to them a different way. I will give it to you after your meal, because if you have your chocolate now, you're going to get an upset tummy. Yeah? So I'll give it to you after your meal. And then what you do is that you start to realize, okay, fine. You know what? The child thinks, okay, fine, I accept that. Not a problem. And then they'll have it after the meal. Okay. We've got a caller. Caller, what's your name and where do you come from?
Assalamu alaikum, brother. My name is Brother Ismail. I'm from Northwest London.
Wa alaikum salam, Ismail. How are you keeping?
Alhamdulillah.
Good, good, good. And how's your day been so far?
My day has been beautiful, alhamdulillah. Just wanted to say that I love the show. Jazakallah, just finished work and watching your show, mashallah, is very inspirational. A lot of good jewels there for me to learn from.
MashaAllah. Thank you very much, Ismail. And tell me something, Ismail. What makes you happy?
What makes me happy is chilling with my family,
yeah,
and people that love me. So when I'm chilling with my friends and family, people that really love me, that makes me really, really happy. When I'm chilling with my daughter, with my son, with my wife, with my brothers, my sisters, my close friends, that makes me happy. So
and would you say you're thankful for all these things that you have?
Definitely, I'm thankful, because what it is, one of my school friends, I saw him recently, and when we was at school, he always said he wanted to be a millionaire. And basically, he's a millionaire, and he's unhappy. He's saying that even though he's a millionaire, nobody loves him, and he's unhappy.
Wow.
So, alhamdulillah, that made me feel happy. I'm not a millionaire, but I have people who love me, so alhamdulillah.
Well, you're spiritually rich, so that means a lot, right?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Yes. Good.
So,
good.
brother, please bring us more with this lovely show. We love the show. It's very inspirational for me and my family. May Allah bless you and keep everything good, inshallah.
Thank you very much, Jazakallah. Thank you very much, Ismail. It's lovely to hear from you.
Take care, bro. Assalamu alaikum. Bye-bye.
Wa alaikum salam. Bye. Take care. Well, that was Ismail. See, so he's turned around and asked about, he's turned around and talked about him chilling with his family, relaxing with his family, his daughter, and people around him, and that's what makes him happy. Yeah? He's thankful for these things that he has around him. Many people don't have that. Many people, like he talked about the millionaire who has nobody, and he's so unhappy inside, he's constantly got a heavy heart. And I know some people like that who have quite a lot of things. I might have certain things that they might not have, and they might have things that I might not have. I remember when I was doing I took a career break to do a master's degree many years ago, and I saw my friends, they had all these flash cars and like really nice, they were earning money, yeah? They had their own businesses, and I thought to myself, why have I gone back into full-time education? And I'm looking at these people thinking, you know, I wish I had this, because I gave everything up to do my master's, right? So when I did that, I kind of looked at the world and thought, oh, I want that. But I didn't realize what I had. I was studying, I was gaining an education, yeah? No one can take that away from me. Cars, they depreciate in value, they go down, yeah? They are worth next to nothing in a few years' time, yeah? Clothes, you wear out of them, they will rip, you put them in the charity bin, they get torn or, you know, they get dirty, you put them in the thing, they start to wear away. Education is something no one can take away from you, no one. Malcolm X said, if you want to change the world, get educated. Educate yourself. Learn about things around you. It may not mean going to university. I do encourage to get a formal education, yes, but learn what's around you, read books, inspire yourself, get to understand things around you, ask questions, sit with people of inspiration. The guy who just called, the brother who just called, Ismail, a guy of inspiration, you can tell the way he's talking, powerful character, a guy of many words and great wisdom, yeah? Sit with people who will inspire you, right? So education will bring you there. And I looked and I had this and I thought, you know what? Am I really missing all this? Because I can get that afterwards. This is something no one can take away. And I remember my friend telling me once, he said, man, you know what? I would do anything to go back to university and get an education, because these guys, they didn't have it. They didn't have that education. They just came from college, went and done their thing. They lived in and you know, it's just like, I looked at them and I thought, wow, you know what, I wish I could be in your position. But then I realized, actually, you know what, it's not that bad. I've actually got what I wanted. And I'm on that path, I'm on that journey. So why am I complaining? We sometimes forget. We sometimes forget. And part of patience is when you ask for something, Allah wants you to learn. And that learning is very, very important. You need to learn. We are doing learnings all our life. Every day, every month, every year, we learn. And that's the most important thing that Allah wants you to do, is you learn, because it builds your character. It builds your character as to who you are and who you will become. Because if you get impatient and you start to get frustrated and you start to get angry and you think, you know what, man, I want this now, I don't care, move from me, I don't want to chat to you. You know, you start shunning people around you, snapping at everyone. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? I need not answer that question. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to touch on to the next point. And this is what I've been talking about, being thankful. Yeah, being thankful is like gratitude, being thankful, saying thank you, is like a matter of courtesy. How would you like it if you gave some person a chocolate or... Sorry, I'm a chocoholic. That's why I keep mentioning chocolate. You can tell, eh? Big tummy. But so, how would you like if you gave someone something, food, item, whatever, and they snatched it from your hand and they stuffed it in their mouth, and then they walked off? You're thinking, so where's the thank you? courteous, etiquette, manners. In the same light, yeah, I see it like this. We work for a company, yeah? This is our life. This is my interpretation. I work for a company, yeah? And this company is the best company in the world. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I got a house. I've got a car. I've got, wonderful friends, yeah, from this company. I've met the most amazing people. I have, brilliant clothes. I've got brilliant clothes, yeah. I've got, I've got brilliant clothes. I've got, you name it, what I have, yeah. All I have to do is a few things. So what we're going to do, I'm going to tell you after the break. Join me after the break, and then I'll tell you what these things are. Assalamu alaikum.